Now, to begin with the session, I would like to invite our energetic and versatile principal, Dr. Sadhna Sharma, who always worked tirelessly for the growth of the institution. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabha.
Over to you, ma'am.
मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone, all the participants. First of all, I say good morning to participants because this program is for them only. And we are trying that they should go for employability at this difficult time. They should get the employability because this is a difficult time and people are losing their job actually. But we feel that the new generation should get energy and guidance and advice from the people who can advise and guide them to get the employability. So I welcome first of all organizer, हमारी organizer जो team है उसमें प्रभा जी हैं और वो कॉमर्स डिपार्टमेंट से हैं. प्रभा को वेलकम करती हूँ. हमारे 2 स्पीकर्स हैं इस वेबिनार के अंदर. मिस्टर पंकज गोयल चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हैं एंड मिस्टर आशुतोष शर्मा, he is MBA and he belongs to the industry. So I welcome both of them. ये बात सही है कि अभी जो टाइम है कोविड के समय में उसमें इंडस्ट्री के सामने खास तौर पर जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी को लेकर बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स हैं और हमको ऐसा कोई रास्ता दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है कि हम किस तरीके से जाएं. लेकिन ये प्रॉब्लम हमेशा रही है और कॉलेज जो है वो अपने स्टूडेंट्स के लिए हमेशा ये इस तरीके के इवेंट करता रहता है कि इससे बच्चों को ये गाइडेंस मिले कि ग्रेजुएशन करने के बाद या ग्रेजुएशन के बाद भी यदि वो कुछ करते हैं तो किस तरीके से जॉब के लिए सर्च करें, किस तरीके से अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करें. इस सब चीजों के लिए कॉलेज जो है वो हमेशा एफर्ट करता है. इस बार हम लोग क्योंकि अब हम लोग आपस में मिल नहीं सकते हैं तो ऐसे समय में हम लोगों ने वेबिनार ऑर्गेनाइज किया है ताकि इसमें तो और भी बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस के स्टूडेंट्स जुड़े हुए होंगे लेकिन स्टूडेंट्स को इस तरीके की गाइडेंस मिले इसलिए हमने ये ऑर्गेनाइज किया है. तो इस प्रोग्राम के लिए, वेबिनार के लिए मेरी तरफ से ऑल द बेस्ट. इट शुड बी fruitful for you and you should get something from here and then you can work on the course of action which you want to take in the future. All the best. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an inspiring and motivational speech. You have rightly said what are the job opportunities which will be available after this COVID. Now, to begin with the session, I would like to invite first speaker of today's session, CA Pankaj Goyal, sir. He is the director of his own company, PA Business Private Limited. He is currently financial management. He has done BCom honors from Sri Ram College of Commerce, MCom and MPhil from Department of Commerce, University of Delhi, and he has also done CA. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. I hope my voice is audible to everyone.
Very much audible, sir.
Yeah. Frankly speaking, primarily, Mr. Ashu will be taking the entire session with you and he has been delivering all these type of courses and the soft skills for last 7 to 8 years. So he has a more experience than me. Primarily, मैं आपके साथ यहाँ पर अपने experiences share करने आया हूँ कि जब मैंने अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट की तो उस टाइम पे जब मैंने जर्नी स्टार्ट की तो मैंने कैसे कम्युनिकेशन स्किल की जो हिचक कहते हैं या झिझक कहते हैं या हेजिटेशन कहते हैं उसे कवर किया. और आज का टॉपिक कह लीजिए ये आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी और सॉफ्ट स्किल्स. इसमें मुझे एक मैं शेर से शुरू करता हूं. ना पूछो हमसे हमारी मंजिल कहाँ है, ना पूछो हमसे हमारी मंजिल कहाँ है, अभी तो हमने चलने का इरादा किया है. न हारे हैं न हारेंगे, किसी और से नहीं खुद से वादा किया है. अभी आप सब अपनी मंजिल ढूंढ रहे हैं, और मंजिल के लिए, एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए, कैरियर, जॉब मत ढूंढिए, कैरियर देखिए। और कैरियर के लिए कम्युनिकेशन स्किल इस एक पार्ट है। अगर आप टॉपिक देखें, टॉपिक सॉफ्ट स्किल है। बहुत सारे हैं, जितने भी मेरे स्टूडेंट्स बैठे हैं, कभी शायद 20 साल पहले हम भी आपकी तरह थे, हमें भी आइडिया नहीं था कैसे आगे बढ़ते हैं। एसपीएम कॉलेज का इनिशिएटिव, साधना मैम का इनिशिएटिव से एटलीस्ट अब आप लोग को गाइडेंस तो मिल रही है कि कैसे आगे बढ़ना है। सॉफ्ट स्किल में कम्युनिकेशन सिर्फ एक पार्ट होता है। अगर आप देखें, क्या मेरी स्लाइड्स आपको दिख रही है, मुझे बताइए।
यस सर।
राइट। अगर आप देखें, इसमें सबसे मेन चीज, ये सीन सबको याद होगा, एक मूवी आई थी थ्री इडियट्स वाला। बताइए, मैं चैट टाइप पर देख सकता हूँ कितने लोगों को ये सीन याद है। लेट मी सी ऑन द चैट। Yes or no? Just give me yes or no.
Everybody is writing yes in their chat box, sir.
Certainly. Why? Because why I'm starting with this scene? Because आप याद करिए, सिर्फ कुछ शब्दों का खेल था और पूरी स्पीच का अर्थ का अनर्थ हो गया था, और उसकी वजह से सारी मूवी आगे बढ़ती है। मैंने ये एग्जांपल क्यों लिया? जब हम जॉब में जाते हैं तो जॉब में जाने के लिए हम बातचीत करते हैं, कम्युनिकेशन करते हैं। हम सब में से सबको एक डर होता है कि हम इंग्लिश में बोले। कम्युनिकेशन का मतलब है सामने वाले को हमारी भाषा, हमारी चीज समझ में आनी चाहिए, चाहे वो इंग्लिश हो, चाहे वो हिंग्लिश हो, चाहे वो हिंदी भाषा हो, कुछ भी हो। अब मेरा अभी काम चल रहा है तमिलनाडु में। अब तमिलनाडु में मुझे इंग्लिश के साथ साथ कई बार वहां लोकल लैंग्वेज के शब्द यूज करने पड़ते हैं। मैंने काबुल में काम किया, काबुल में मैंने उनके कुछ लोकल शब्द सीखे। इसीलिए जब आप काम करते हैं तो यू शुड नो हाउ टू स्पीक, और बोलने से बेटर सुनना, लिसनिंग एक बहुत मेन पावर है। हम कई बार कोशिश करते हैं, स्पेशली ग्रुप डिस्कशन में, अभी आशु आपको बताएंगे, ग्रुप डिस्कशन में हम कोशिश करते हैं कि हम अपना पार्ट सामने वाले के सामने रखें। मुझे याद है जब मैं अर्नस्ट एंड यंग E&Y में था, तो आपके भी इंटरव्यू होंगे, मेरे से पहला क्वेश्चन पूछा गया, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन लाइफ एंड वाइफ? बताइए, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन लाइफ एंड वाइफ? ये मेरे से पहला क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था इंटरव्यू में। लेट्स सी। प्रभा मैम, मेरे पास शायद चैट नहीं आ पा रही बच्चों की, क्या आंसर आ रहा है, क्या लिख रहे हैं बच्चे?
Let me see, sir, chat box में. I think they are not writing now. They are not replying.
Okay.
They have just replied to your earlier this 3 days वाला chat. Yes, sir.
अब मेरे से ये क्वेश्चन पूछा गया, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन लाइफ एंड वाइफ? मैंने पहले मीनिंग एक्सप्लेन किया, फिर मेरे से दोबारा बोला गया, भाई थिंक इंटेलिजेंटली। तो देखो, क्लिक करा L और W, फिर एक शब्द। इसीलिए एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी में जाते हैं, फिर मेरे से सेकंड क्वेश्चन पूछा गया, एटीट्यूड और एप्टीट्यूड, दोनों में टी का फर्क है, टी और पी का फर्क है, दोनों में टी और पी का फर्क है। इसीलिए ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, जब आप कहीं भी जॉब में जाते हैं, जॉब में जाने के लिए स्किल सेट का होना बहुत जरूरी है। याद करिए, आपके घर में जो पानी आता है वो टैप से आता है, लेकिन पानी का जो वाटर स्टोरेज है वो टैंक है। मैं हमेशा अपने स्टूडेंट्स का पढ़ाता भी हूँ, तो मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बोलता हूँ, तो जो ब्रेन है दैट इज अ वाटर स्टोरेज, पानी का टैंक है, बहुत कुछ है इसके पास, लेकिन निकलेगा कहां से? आपके मुंह से निकलेगा, वो टैप है। तो ये ध्यान रखिए, वाटर स्टोरेज बहुत होता है आप लोगों के पास, ब्रेन बहुत है हमारे पास, लेकिन कब बोलना है, क्या बोलना है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। मैं 2-3 आपको एग्जांपल लेता हूँ, एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी का पार्ट है। अभी मैं गवर्नमेंट क्लाइंट के साथ काम करता हूँ। गवर्नमेंट क्लाइंट में अगर आप देखें तो गवर्नमेंट क्लाइंट में हमारे पास ये लोग आ सकते हैं, IAS। अब मंत्री लोगों के साथ हमें काम करना पड़ता है, IAS ऑफिसर के साथ काम करना पड़ता है, तो उनके साथ हमारा कम्युनिकेशन का जो प्रोटोकॉल है वो अलग होता है, क्योंकि वो सीनियर पोजीशन पे हैं, तो हमें अलग भाषा में बात करनी पड़ती है। और वहां पे क्योंकि इंडिया, भारत हिंदी भाषा का प्रधान है, तो हिंदी भाषा में बात करते हैं वहां पर प्राइमरीली उनसे। जब मैंने E&Y में काम किया, जब मैं प्रेजेंटेशन देता था, लॉजिकली वी हैव टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश, और बीच बीच में हम लोग कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स लेते थे, और अगर कोई बोल रहा है तो उसको सुनते थे। सुनने की चीजें बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है। फिर जब मैं पढ़ाता हूँ, बिकॉज आई ऑल्सो टेक क्लासेस फॉर CA फाउंडेशन, तो पढ़ाते वक्त हमें स्टार्ट करना पड़ता है 0 से लेके 100 लेवल तक, क्योंकि कुछ बच्चा जो होगा वो लो लेवल पे होगा, कुछ हाई लेवल पे होगा, तो हम लो से हाई पे लेके जाते हैं। तो ये ध्यान रखिए, जॉब सिर्फ आपको डिग्री से नहीं मिलेगी, डिग्री सिर्फ आपको एक एंट्री देगा, लेकिन सॉफ्ट स्किल्स में कम्युनिकेशन की है स्किल, लिसनिंग की है, आपके एक्सप्रेशन, फेस के जो एक्सप्रेशन है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है। जैसे साधना मैम ने कहा, कोविड का टाइम है अभी। कोविड के टाइम पे आप सुन रहे होंगे मार्केट में जॉब नहीं है, लोगों की जॉब चली गई है, कुछ लोगों के पास बहुत अच्छी जॉब है, बहुत अच्छी जॉब है। मैं आपके सामने हूं, बाय गॉड ग्रेस काम है। क्यों है? क्योंकि हम लोग कंसल्टिंग में है, एडवाइजरी में है, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल वाले पार्ट में है। आज आपके पास अपनी स्किल्स, अगर स्किल सेट है, स्किल सेट आपका एसेट है, तो अगर आपका स्किल सेट अच्छा है तो आपको जॉब आज नहीं तो कल मिल जाएगी, कि मिलेगी जरूर। तो इस पॉइंट से मैं एंड करूंगा एंड हैंड ओवर टू मिस्टर आशुतोष शर्मा, एंड he will guide about the corporate experience and share the examples with you. Thank you, Mr. One.
Thank you so much, sir. मैं आशा करती हूँ कि आज के इस वेबिनार में आपने जो भी हमें बताया, कि जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स को आपने बताया कि उनको उनकी मंजिल तभी मिलेगी जब उनके पास स्किल्स होंगे, ना कि केवल डिग्री होगी। थैंक यू सो मच, सर।
Certainly, ma'am.
Now, I would like to invite our next speaker of today's session, Mr. Ashutosh Sharma. He is currently working as a promoter and financial consultant at Evercore Consultant. He is having a rich experience of 13 years with companies like Kotak Mahindra, IDFC, Sundaram Finance. He has done BCom Honors from University of Delhi, MBA in Finance from Indian Institute of Planning and Management. He is certified consultant from AMFI, Association of Mutual Funds in India. We welcome you, sir.
A very good morning to everyone. Is everyone able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hi. So a very good morning to everyone. I would like to thank Principal Ma'am and Shama Prasad Mukherjee College for giving us this opportunity to interact with the bright young minds aspiring for a great future and share our experiences and insights into the changing global economic landscape and talk about the employability skills that we need to navigate this new territory. But let us first acknowledge how COVID-19, or the single largest global pandemic of our times, has ravaged our world and has changed it forever. As on this date, the latest tally of the infected world over is more than 1 million people, with more than 498,000 people dead. This indeed is a loss that simply can't just be expressed in numbers. But what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. We human beings are a resilient species. 55 million years ago, the first primitive primate evolved, and we haven't stopped evolving ever since. We have seen the bubonic plague and survived. Then the Spanish flu came, and recently SARS, H1N1, bird flu. But we plowed through and came out stronger. Why? Because as a species, if there is one thing that has helped us survive, grow, and reach the top of the food chain, it is our ability to learn. From using sticks and stones to the space age, we have gathered many skills which helped us not only to survive, but also thrive and to excel. We have the combined memory in our gene pool of all the struggles and challenges which we had to face and become who we are today. Today, once more, we are standing on the brink of a global disaster. But if we look closely, something very amazing is happening. For it is only at the brink that we change. In years to come, we will see our medical responses will change to any such threat. We will become faster, more efficient, and equipped with much more advanced technology, which will help us handle a similar catastrophe in a much better and systematic way. In years to come, we will see the global economies change the way they work, which may be less dependent on countries like China. And the export and import may only happen in the form of buying and selling technologies. Instead of importing a phone, you may well be 3D printing it at home. We have seen the impacts of many crises the world has faced, and it changes the way businesses work. You all must remember about the subprime crisis. It was a financial meltdown that happened in the year 2008. It changed banking forever. Though we still don't have a perfect banking system, but it would be safe to say we would not see a subprime happening all over again. Education sector is also not untouched by this. Now more than ever before, you are using technology which has changed the classroom. Did you ever think you will be attending college from home? And this change is here to stay. It is we who need to adopt this as a new normal. It does not only change education, it changes the whole ecosystem of education. Students from all education and people associated with it, basically. For example, Kota is the hub of coaching. Students from all over the country go there to prepare for various competitive exams. Once the students have adopted this, they would no longer need to relocate from their hometowns. It will make it cheaper and more convenient to prepare from exams from the comfort of their homes. Today, more than ever, people are working jobs which did not even exist 10 years ago. Did you ever hear the term social media influencer 5 or 6 years back? Or somebody trying to make cheaper space travel a reality by making reusable rockets? Elon Musk of SpaceX did it. Or maybe the term an Uber driver, an app developer, a driverless car engineer, a podcast producer, all working from home. But the list goes on and on. Now, once again, we are on the brink of a major change in the way we see and do everything. When earlier we used to greet friends warmly with a hug or a handshake, even the thought of doing that today seems scary and cringeworthy. When the way our most simple interactions have changed, just imagine the effect the way we do businesses world over have been impacted by this pandemic. But see how swiftly corporates adopted the work from home culture. And let me tell you again, it is here to stay. Overnight, as many people as possible were asked not to come to the office. And in some cases, work from home has been made permanent, at least for the foreseeable future. This is not a small change. It changes everything. Earlier, we used to think we need a formal office space to work efficiently. You need a cabin, you need a desk. The companies used to think that a boss-like figure should always be looming over the employees' heads to make them work efficiently. But today, when the company gets the same efficiency from the people working from home, they experience an epiphany. They realize they don't need such expensive, swanky offices. This reduces their rental expenses, brings down the electricity bills, brings down the chai coffee bill. It is a moment when they say, जब वही चीज कम दामों में मिले तो कोई ये क्यों ले, वो ना ले. A famous line from an old ad selling washing powder. But this changes something else. If the employees spend less time traveling and getting stuck in traffic, they will have more time doing other things. This is a major change in work culture. It will begin a culture of more and more short-term contractual workers and will increase the number of people working as freelancers. With more time, you can spend time in equipping yourself learning new things. An engineer, for example, with a passion for photography can do part-time professional photography. Now, Farhan from Three Idiots can make his father's neighbors also happy. Or a research analyst can teach online courses. All this may seem very complicated to you today and a little overwhelming too. But this transition will be much smoother than you think. You may be too young to remember, but there was a time when getting a landline phone installed at your home would take years. And now you can order your latest smartphone at your doorsteps, which is not just a phone, but practically your window into the world, and carries technology much more advanced than what was used for the first manned mission into space. And all that without getting off that couch. It is true that the job world has always been a harsh and a complicated space, but success favors the bold. And this brings us to why we are here today, talking about the skills that you would need to navigate the new economic space, which is the post-COVID world. We are here today to share the skills and experiences we have gathered over the years that has helped us brace for any change that may come our way. We call these skills employability skills. But what they truly are life skills, or soft skills as you may also call them. Employers are always looking for skills that go beyond qualifications and experiences. You speak to any experienced person in any corporate who is involved in the hiring process, she or he will tell you that your personality is one of the major factors that truly get you the job. Educational qualification can definitely get you the interview, but it is the soft skills or life skills or employability skills that really get you the job. Just picture this. You applied for a job. The qualification requirements fit your academic profile perfectly. On the day of the interview, you reach the venue and see 20 more candidates. Some more qualified than you are waiting their turn in the waiting room. Will all the candidates get the job? The answer obviously is no. But don't think that this is just a challenge for you. It is a big dilemma for the ones who are conducting the interviews too. So what are they really looking for? They have a pool of qualified people sitting right outside their office. How to pick out the best? So they ask some basic questions. The interviewers need to ask these questions from themselves and really ascertain what the job really requires. If, for example, it requires working with a team of 15 people trying to meet tight deadlines, it would mean that they are looking for a candidate who would be interacting with at least 15 to 20 people every day, communicating, sharing ideas, and working in a high pressure, highly competitive environment. So they are looking for somebody who, along with having good knowledge over their subject, are also good team players, excellent at interpersonal communication, work well under pressure, and have an analytical mindset. For the company, this narrows down the resource pool quite effectively, and a decision is made. Our objective through this program is to equip you with a set of skills which you can use not just to get a job in a highly dynamic corporate environment, but will also help you survive and thrive in that environment. But for that, we must align ourselves with what the employers are actually looking for. And they are looking for people who possess the skills that go beyond the educational qualifications. And this change in the mindset of a lot of companies has already started to happen. One very good example for this is again SpaceX. The same company which is making reusable rockets for NASA are hiring more and more people who do not possess a formal engineering degree. And on May 30th, 2020, they put 2 men successfully in space aboard SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft. This does not by any means undermine the importance of a formal degree, but it makes a point that if you have the right skills and have the right attitude, You can make it in any career with obvious exceptions. You can't just go operating on people just because you feel passionate about it. That will make you anything but a doctor. More and more employers are ready to spend money and time on developing some job related skills which will help you do your job more efficiently. However, they usually want to see you possess some soft skills because they are much harder to teach. Keeping this in mind, we have divided our program into 4 parts. The first module will cover the qualitative skills, and here we will include the future of work trends post COVID-19. How the coronavirus has completely changed the layout of the lay of the land and the way businesses work, and what the future jobs will require from the people applying for them. The next part that we will be covering would be the importance of communication and how to be an effective communicator. And communication will be a common thread running through the entire program. Whether you are working in a team, whether you have to make some leadership decisions, whether it is some problems that you have to solve in the workspace or outside, communication will be playing a very, very key and an important role throughout your professional career as well as personal life as well. Next, we are going to discuss the emotional quotient and how to develop emotional intelligence and use it in the corporate space. Emotional quotient or emotional intelligence basically why you need this skill is to be more receptive about the people who are around you. Understanding them definitely gives you an edge over. Basically, emotional intelligence is something that you need to be, receptive about the way people are working around you, to be able to manage the situations well. The next thing that we are going to share would be how to deal with conflict in workspace and be an effective negotiator. How to work well in a team and team dynamics. And we will also cover decision making and problem solving skills. The second module will cover skills which are more quantitative in nature, and they will include how to be a good learner and the importance of self-development. See, if something, we have learned from this whole pandemic and many more such global crises that we have faced, is that change, as we all know, is the only constant. But the real thing about change is that it comes when you are least expecting it. So one very important quality that we all need to build within ourselves is to keep an open mind and to be always open to learning new things. We need to keep on adding, value to ourselves, to our resumes, which will keep us being relevant no matter what the economic environment is. The next thing that we will be covering would be how to deliver great presentations. And by presentations, we do not just mean PowerPoint presentations. See, giving PowerPoint presentations will be a very important part in most of the careers and in most of the jobs. But presentation would also include presenting yourself. Even when you are appearing for an interview, even before the job starts, you are giving a presentation about yourself. You are kind of trying to sell your skills, your academic qualifications, and your capabilities to the corporate, whoever wants to hire you. So it is a very important skill which will help you in the career. Resume writing skills, because this is the first window for the corporate to peek into the qualities that you possess. And group discussions. Group discussions would be how to actually handle yourself in tough group discussion environment and how to deal with many such group discussion situations. The third module, we will cover the leadership and traits that you would need to develop to make you an outlier in any situation, and entrepreneurship. For both these sessions, we will follow many motivating case studies which will give you an insight into the behaviors and decision-making processes of people who have done exceptionally well in their own respective fields. Last but very important, Module 4 will cover public speaking and how to be an effective speaker. managing your digital footprint. And this cannot be emphasized enough. We need to be very careful with the way we manage our social media accounts, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anything. Once you put something out on the internet, it is there forever. And any employer very conveniently can simply Google your name and find out about the kind of person you really are. We will cover in detail how to manage your profile so that you can differentiate yourself much better as to what you should or should not put on public profiles. Apart from just the employment or professional aspects, there's a personal aspect to all this too. Many young adults post things which can be misconstrued and misused, leading to a bad experience. We will touch upon things that you can do to manage your social media as a tool to market you well. Though there is no fixed formula for success, there are always a few things which will lead you to a fulfilling career path. And that is the last thought that I would like to leave you all with. Number one, be inquisitive and curious. People who are curious and ask questions are always open to learn new things, which is a critical trait that you will need to succeed. Emotions are very important. Be sensitive to the people around you. Not only does it make you more human, but it also helps you be somebody who is respected, easy to work with, and approachable. You may be the most learned person in your field. You may understand your subject with utmost clarity. But if you cannot work well in a team, it is going to be a very tough road ahead. Third, it is important to listen. That is the key to becoming good at communicating. It will help you convince your bosses and your teammates the merit in your ideas. Keep cool under pressure and be ready to adopt changes. If you inculcate these habits in your behavior, things will become much smoother. Thank you. And now if there are any questions, we would be glad to answer them.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enriching session. Traits which you have mentioned, everyone must have. That is, be inquisitive, curious, be sensitive, listen, keep cool under your control. I hope all the participants will inculcate all these traits in their daily persona and while facing any interview. There is one question in the chat box. Shall I put up, sir?
Yeah, please.
There is one question in the chat box. This is from Aman Srivastava. He's asking that he is pursuing BBA and he's in the last semester. He want to know after what should he do after graduation and what courses are suitable for him after graduation. He's pursuing BBA.
Okay. See, this is a very open-ended question, basically. BBA is a general course which does equip you with the basics of a lot of things that a business may require. But the first question which he needs to ask himself would be that what he really wants to do. Because, see, the Internet of Things has made education a very large, wide space. And there are lots of courses and lots of value adds which are available online, which is accessible to a lot of people. So the first thing that is very, very important is to really understand about what is his interests. So first find that out and decide and look at what courses are available, what more value add he requires to get into a job. And there's one more thing that a lot of people do not actually practice, but really helps their career, is to once you identify a company or the kind of a job profile that one can look at, they should try to get, even if they get an apprenticeship or an internship there, which does not even pay, to get a taste of the corporate environment, how to work well among people and, the whole corporate field. It really helps. And it also tells you whether this work is suitable to you or not. And then going for a postgraduate course, which can, that would be a more systematic way of moving forward. Also, such internship and apprenticeships really help you when you go for your final job. It carries a lot of weightage in your resume as well.
Thank you, sir.
Sir. Hello.
There is one more question.
Yeah.
This is from Mamta Kaushik. She is asking, my question is that work from home lessens the social interaction, and this has a great impact on mental health of the employees. If
Yes.
companies continue this culture, what will be the long-term effects of this? Basically, people are fed up with sitting at home. So they do not want to work from home. They want to go to office, interact with people, social interaction should be there. So
Yeah.
what will be the effect, mental effect of
See,
this?
basically, there are two schools of thought, when we talk about working from home. As I completely agree that it kind of dehumanizes the work. When you go to the office, you interact with 10 different people, and that does a lot of value add to you. But, what we are trying to say here is that social distancing and the current scenario is something which has made it mandatory because we are doing it for our health. Yes, this does put a lot of pressure on you, but then there's a different school of thought that once the companies take it up and they see that yes, the employees' efficiency is going up and they are able to deliver on they are able to deliver on whatever is asked from them on their KRAs, key expectations from the companies. This is something that is a new change. It will be very difficult for some people to adopt, but then once this becomes a new normal, this is something that we would need to adopt. There are a lot of changes that we have seen in the past. There was a time when a lot of people had to lose jobs because they were not very comfortable with technology. The only problem with this is the kind of alienation that we feel. And I'm sure that the corporates would also adjust to this. They are understanding the need and the situation that the people are in, the kind of alienation that they are feeling. And at least for the foreseeable future, we have to carry on, plow through with this situation. But then there will be a time when maybe we would all be able to go back to the offices. But I think the one good way would be to, do other things also on the side and not make it all about work. Also think about the kind of time that you are able to spend at home, which you were not able to do earlier with your very intense corporate jobs, which would not leave you with a lot of time. So yes, there are goods and bads of it, but the reality is that as long as we do not have a cure for this situation, we will just have to deal with it.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Sejal Pawar. She is asking, is it okay to start doing internship on full-time basis and working while you are pursuing graduation? My parents say that if you are run behind money at a very younger age, your scope of increment decreases. She's asking this.
Yeah. See, getting some basic, some basic. Yes, sir.
I can answer that question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Yeah, because I can share my example, what she's saying. She's discussing about taking the full-time internship and doing the graduation as a correspondence course or whatever it is. Frankly speaking, it all depends from where you are doing the graduation. That's the first thing. And I'll share my example, and I really appreciate my father's advice, which I followed. After doing graduation from SRCC in 97, I remember, I was getting a job in Vardhman Spinning Mills, which is number one for the yarns and everything. But my father advised me at that age that you should not appear you should not join the job because otherwise you will only be a graduate. And once the increment comes, then you will be in competition with the professional people who will be your boss. And I followed his advice, and then I completed my education, took my professional degree, and now wherever I can join at a senior position. I'll take one more example which will justify that. In 2009, I remember, my CA Institute, ICAI के कुछ कोर्सेज लेता था। मुझे अभी तक याद है उन कोर्सेज में बैंक ऑफ अमेरिका के कुछ असिस्टेंट मैनेजर आए हुए थे। मैंने उनसे पूछा कि आप बैंक ऑफ अमेरिका में काम कर रहे हो असिस्टेंट मैनेजर पोजीशन पे, तो आप CA आपने क्यों ज्वाइन किया? दे सेड हमने ग्रेजुएशन के बाद ज्वाइन किया CA। मैंने कहा क्यों, क्या रीजन? ही सेड हमने ग्रेजुएशन करते ही बैंक ऑफ अमेरिका ज्वाइन कर दिया, हम असिस्टेंट मैनेजर बन गए, लेकिन मैनेजर पोजीशन के लिए प्रोफेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन मैंडेटरी। अब कोई नया फ्रेशर CA आता है, फ्रेशर MBA आता है जो डायरेक्टली मैनेजर पे बन जाता है और उसका एक्सपीरियंस हमसे कम है, लेकिन क्योंकि उसके पास प्रोफेशनल डिग्री है तो वो हमारा बॉस है। दैट इज द रीजन माय एडवाइस। जिनका भी क्वेरी था, आपके पेरेंट्स बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हैं, आप इंटर्नशिप करिए, आपको एक्सपीरियंस लेना है बिल्कुल लीजिए, बट आप अपनी क्वालिफिकेशन पे सेक्रीफाइस मत करिए। आप अपनी क्वालिफिकेशन पहले एक लेवल तक कंप्लीट करिए, बिकॉज एक बार जब आप पैसा कमाने लग जाते हैं तो आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन सेक्रीफाइस हो जाती है। इसीलिए चाहे 23, 24, 25 की एज तक पूरा अपना जितनी किटी है, जितना क्वालिफिकेशन गैदर करनी है करिए, और उसके बाद मार्केट में निकलिएगा। तो मिस्टर आशु, दिस वाज माय एक्सपीरियंस, आई थॉट लेट मी शेयर विद यू।
Thank you so much, sir. Participants are so keen, and it shows the checkbox is flooded with so many questions. And there is one more question from the Kashvi Kapoor. She is asking, how should we utilize this time to increase our employability soft skills, keeping in mind the post-pandemic world? Shall I repeat the question, sir?
Should I add?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, please.
You can add it to it. Regarding the soft skills, Mr. Ashu is the right person, but regarding technical skill, I can advise, even at this age, I have utilized by these 3 months by adding to the technical skills. There are a lot of courses which are available nowadays. You go to the net, right? You find a lot of technical courses, maybe MS Excel. I have sharpened my skill of Excel using the course of Advanced Excel, right? By paying a certain amount. And this is the purpose for which this session has been kept. इस सेशन को रखने का पर्पस ही यही है कि आप लोगों के पास टाइम है, अभी आपको फिजिकल नहीं आना, घर बैठ के आप अपनी एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी और सॉफ्ट स्किल्स को स्थापन कर सकते हैं। इसीलिए ये कोर्स रखा गया है कि आप इस कोर्स को ज्वाइन करके अपनी टेक्निकल स्किल, अपने बायोडाटा, जो मिस्टर आशु ने कहा कि अपना CV बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपका CV बोलना चाहिए, क्योंकि सबसे पहले आपका CV बताएगा कि आपकी क्या क्वालिटीज है, क्या क्वालिफिकेशन है। और आजकल एम्प्लॉयर आपको बाद में बुलाता है, पहले टेलीफोनिक राउंड लेता है आपसे, और टेलीफोनिक राउंड में ही पता लग जाता है कि सामने वाले में क्या स्किल है। जिनकी भी ये क्वेरी है, इसी के लिए ये कोर्स रखा गया है। और प्लस आप जिस भी फील्ड से आते हैं, उस फील्ड से रिलेटेड कोई टेक्निकल कोर्स मार्केट में मिल रहा है अभी, तो आप बिल्कुल ज्वाइन करिए और स्किल को ऐड करिए। स्किल की कोई लिमिट नहीं है, स्काई इज द लिमिट। हम लोग इस एज में भी अपनी स्किल्स शार्प करते रहते हैं। Mr. Ashu, you can add to it, please.
No, I think I completely agree with this. You should skills add करने, मतलब we should keep on adding. It has to be a regular exercise that you should keep on doing. जितना ज्यादा आप अपने रेज्यूमे को स्ट्रेंथन करेंगे इस तरीके के प्रोग्राम्स करने से, उतना ही आपको आने वाले समय में जॉब्स में और अपने करियर में ओवरऑल इट विल रियली हेल्प यू।
Thank you, sir. I would like to tell my participants that Shyama Prasad College is coming up with the online add-on course, which is a 40 hours add-on course. So we are coming up with this add-on course in the month of July. Soon we are going to share the details, this brochure with all the participants on their register mail ID. So those who soever are interested, they can send their details on the given mail ID. There is one more question in the chat box, sir. This is from Simran Luthra. She is asking, sir, I am pursuing BCom program and next year I'll be passed out, and I am thinking to gain some experience by doing job in a company for 2 or 3 years, and then I'll do my MBA. Is that a good idea, or doing MBA without any experience will be good? As there is one more question, that after this lockdown, will it become very difficult to get a good job?
Ashu, you are MBA, so you can give a right answer to it.
see, basically, there are again two school of thoughts for it, as the previous question was also somewhat similar, and Pankaj sir gave a good example that how it becomes very difficult to go back to studying once you start doing jobs and once you start earning. So yes, it always is very good to work somewhere 2 to 3 years and then go for your MBA. The corporates also appreciate it. It shows that you have clarity and maturity while selecting a program for your post graduation. And it need not just be an MBA. I mean, it can be any post graduation program which helps you get into your desired career and not just go for a job. But one thing that you must keep in mind is that आपका resolve strong होना चाहिए इस चीज के लिए, because I have seen a lot of people fall into this trap that they go for 2 to 3 year job and then they never get around doing their MBA. Because once you get into that comfort, so if and it's a very personal thing basically. अगर आप ये strong resolve रख सकते हैं कि हाँ मैं 1-2 साल के लिए, अगर ये clarity of thought है कि हाँ 1-2-3 साल के लिए I want to gain some experience and then go for MBA, then well and good. But a lot of people we have seen that a lot of people are not able to do that. So that is something that you need to see on your part. And I can read that the second part of this question is that after this lockdown, will it become very difficult to get a job? See, getting a job is at times difficult, whether it is a pandemic situation or not. It all depends upon the kind of what do you do with the time that you have on hand. Now going forward, the jobs will be more demanding post-COVID, but they have always been so. They have always been very demanding, and there is always place in the corporate environment for people who are good at what they do and who also bring more skills to the table. So I think don't think about getting a good job right now. First, do the work. First, strengthen your resume. And I'm sure that if somebody has the confidence and has a strong resume, companies would be more than happy to take them on. The problem is not, this is not just a single problem that you are not getting a job. Even the companies are not getting good people to hire. So it's a need that both the company and the prospective employees, they need the solution for. So my answer would be that to keep on adding value to yourself and strengthen your resume. There's no way that somebody is a good candidate will not get a job. Sir, if you want to add something.
I just add, Ms. Prabha, if you permit, I'll just add 2 points here.
Yes, sir.
Regarding the first query of BCom, my advice to you will be, as Mr. Ashu has directly said, that two school of thoughts. My advice from my experience and from my students is immediately after BCom program, you should appear for your entrance examination for MBA. Right? In MBA, at least you need a good percentile. At least go with a thought that you will be appearing for the examination, and let's see the paper pattern and what marks you're getting. And then after 3 years, utilize those 3 years for preparation of the examination. Because even after 3 years, if you're doing the MBA, you still need to appear for the entrance examination. Only then you can go for a good job. Maybe acceptance is there, IIMs are there, MBA Gurgaon is there. All those of the MBA working activity. You need to appear for the exams. My advice, immediately appear for this year also, and after 3 years, right, utilize that time period for preparation. Regarding second thought of COVID, whether we get a job or not. I take my example in 2008-9. Mr. Ashu during this presentation said there was a subprime crisis. 2008-9, there was a slump in the economy exactly similar, which is at present. The reason was different. 2008-10, I was in Ernst & Young, E&Y में था, आप लोगों ने नाम सुना होगा. E&Y में उस समय jobs नहीं थी. मैं कंसल्टिंग में था, वो मुझे ऑडिट में शिफ्ट कर रहे थे। वो कहते आप सीए हो, ऑडिट में चले जाओ। मैंने कहा नहीं, मेरी स्किल है, मेरी एक्सपर्टाइज कंसल्टिंग में, मैं कंसल्टिंग में ही रहूंगा। आई रिजाइन, आई लेफ्ट दी जॉब। 2 महीने में जॉबलेस था घर पर, 2009 की बात कर रहा हूं। बट बाद में जॉब मिली। रीजन क्यों? क्योंकि एक क्वालिफिकेशन थी, एक स्किल सेट था, एक एक्सपीरियंस था। तो लाइफ में डोंट थिंक कि कोई एक इंसिडेंट आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन या स्किल सेट को इफेक्ट करेगा। अगर आपके पास क्वालिफिकेशन है, स्किल सेट है, आज नहीं मिलेगी, मे बी 1 महीने के बाद मिल जाएगी। बट कभी भी सिर्फ प्रेशर में आके अपना एक्सपीरियंस, अपनी एक्सपर्टाइज चेंज मत करो, अदरवाइज यू विल स्टार्ट एज अ फ्रेशर अगेन। ये मेरी एडवाइस एक्सपीरियंस है।
Thank you so much, sir. Any more questions from the participants? No. So,
hello ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, my question is to CA Pankaj Goel sir, because right now I am pursuing BCom honors from Dibrugarh University. So sir, after that I want to do that CA program. So sir, can you please help me out through this?
Mr. Rishikesh, what help you want from me? After graduation, if you join CA directly, you will be at the CA inter level. What type of help you want from me?
Actually, sir, I am confused out because my mom is telling me to do MCom and I want to pursue after my BCom CA. So, sir, yes, sir.
My advice will be you can satisfy both. You do the MCom. If you get a good marks, you can do the MCom. There is no harm. You can do from any distance learning or the correspondence courses and do the CA. Because once you are entering to CA after graduation, you will have to join the articleship immediately. आपका CA इंटर होगा विद आर्टिकलशिप। जब हम लोगों ने CA किया था, मैंने CA ग्रेजुएशन के बाद ही ज्वाइन किया था। हम आर्टिकलशिप में जाते थे। एमकॉम भी मैंने दिल्ली स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स से एमकॉम भी किया, उसके बाद हम लोग आर्टिकलशिप में जाते थे।
यस सर,
आप बिल्कुल दोनों चीजें कर सकते हैं।
सर मतलब आफ्टर द ग्रेजुएशन पहला जो अटेम्प्ट होता है सीए का वो तो नहीं देना होता है ना सर?
नहीं, ऐसे ही आप ग्रेजुएशन करोगे तो आपको फाउंडेशन नहीं देना, आपको सिर्फ इंटर देना है। इंटर क्लियर करेंगे तो फाइनल देना है। सिर्फ 2 अटेम्प्ट है आपके पास।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच सर।
Any more questions? No. So it's time to wind up this webinar. I would like to thank to both of you for enlightening us and answering the queries of all the participants so well. Thank you so much, sir, for giving your precious time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sadhana ma'am and Ms. Prabha for giving the opportunity for sharing the experiences.
Thank you a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.